Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome to the Fashion Bunker. Today, again, it's summer and I'm living for the summer vibes and for the heat. And so here I come to you again with another Chanel sunglasses reveal. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, my name on Instagram is, or profile username, whatever, is Super Dacob. So go check that out too, because most of the reveals happen first there and then they come to YouTube. The glasses I'm going to show to you, I have actually had for quite some time, but I haven't come to filming them yet because they're very particular and they do have a history behind them and heritage. You know, this is Chanel Spring Summer 1993 vintage. If there's a vintage, this is vintage. And they're very particular, and I had them adjusted slightly. I had some, work done to them to make them fit me better, which is something you can do with acetates. Now, I have the feeling, okay, yeah, so I've been like showcasing a lot of these Chanel sunglasses, but they have an educational purpose to me personally, because I love to also be able to have a kind of a visual archive of these pieces. To me, it's sort of like a kind of a private museum collection archive that anybody can access, and I think that's beautiful to be able to share that sort of information. I do sometimes take years to hunt down a certain piece. These took years to find. And I was lucky, well, I was patient. And as I said to some of you guys who asked me, how can you afford all these glasses? It's not about the money, really. Hunting down special pieces does not automatically mean that they must be expensive. But hunting down pieces like this does mean and does imply that you need steel patience, or patience of steel. You need to wait years sometimes to hunt down a piece that you really want. And so more than money, these pieces cost a lot of time, love, and dedication and devotion. And you got to have that hunter instinct, which I do. I'm a hunter. So these are packed in, I keep them in paper, really. They're wrapped in paper for a reason, because of a very delicate print that they have on the lenses. Let's see if you can see that happening, the lens. It says Chanel and Paris. So I have Chanel on one side and Paris on the other. I'm not so sure we see it, but the intention is there. So this is a very rare collection. Almost the entire show, the logos and the brands, for the first time ever, at least for Chanel, were printed on the lenses instead of on the frames or, screwed on as like these golden double C's on the side. There. Or on the other temple. There. So we had round shapes, more cat eye looks, more of these kind of oval shapes. The frames were all sorts of shapes, and the infamous model where the actual print, Chanel, Paris, Chanel, was printed on the frame. You could see a lot of stars and starlets and singers wearing them nowadays. They're completely circular, big, round, either white frame or black frame, Chanel, Paris, Chanel, written on them. However, because they've gained so much popularity, because all these stars were wearing them, they've gone up in price, making them really hard to get, but that doesn't mean that they're limited. It just means that they're hyped. These are way more rare because nobody really wore them except on the runway, and they're more subtle in the way that they're made, I guess. So they are from the same collection as are the big round ones. Now, the tendency back in the day for Chanel lenses, and this is something that Chanel still implements today. You see, usually lenses nowadays, this is a Versace pair of sunglasses, they're kind of greenish. Even though Luxottica makes both Chanel and Versace nowadays, still there's this tendency of having kind of this greenish. You can see through, it's a bit greenish. And then you have a modern pair of Chanel sunglasses here, which I wear every day, which are these here with a straight cut. They have this kind of grayish blue hue to them. That's a typical thing of Chanel. In fact, already back in the day, these are even more dark. This is more of a clean blue, dark blue going into black hue. And today they are slightly lighter with a fading, with a gradient lens. But that's something very typical to Chanel. Other brands didn't usually used to do that. It's a thing to make. This is one of the reasons why Anna Wintour also loves, not this particular model with the prints, but without the print, which I have here from another collection. I've showcased them in another video of mine. Now, she doesn't wear these particular ones, but they are from the same time frame. So she is wearing vintage sunglasses all the time. None of these vintage sunglasses, like Chanel, cover really the eyes and protect them and make them more mysterious and enigmatic. But these like dark blue hued lenses that fade, they don't fade, they're not gradient, that stay dark, almost black when you wear them. They're amazing. Let me put them on. So that incognito look you can really only get with these vintage Chanel shades. That's not something that you can get with other sunglasses, even not with sunglasses today. That's a reason why I love Chanel as well, because they really protect you, your sphere, and they make you feel cozy and safe. And of course, they're Chanel, so there's another element of luxury to them added as well. They are funky, they're very hip-hoppy. This was the period when Karl Lagerfeld was experimenting a lot with, you know, street vibes. I mean, the collection prior to this one, 1992 Fall-Winter, one of my favorite Chanel collections ever. It was all about leather. It was about chains hanging off. You know, the famous Chanel sunglasses with the chains hanging on the sides, which I also showcased in a video of mine. 3 different variations and shapes of those. That was 1992. Leather caps, like biker caps, biker jackets with gold chains and belts. 24 karat plated gold. That's the Chanel of the 90s. And this is right one season after that, where the logos kind of start popping over everything, and even over the lenses, which is an incredible addition to the Chanel design history of design, or their eyewear design history. Now, Lagerfeld did not design himself the eyewear. There were people, or there is a creative team that's kind of responsible for that. He, however, I'm sure gives his input into the direction things go into, or selects, or does styling jobs really when it comes to selecting these sunglasses. However, these are in acetate and do represent very well the 90s, at least the 90s of Chanel. This is also a very, very similar shape to a Versace model that Kurt Cobain wore in one of his famous photo shoots with a white frame. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I am wearing Vivienne Westwood again for the occasion. I'm just dedicating this kind of week to her, more or less, more so than less so. Last week was all about leather. This week is all about Vivienne Westwood. And Chanel, of course, but Vivienne is always in our hearts, so she's always present. And let me just show you quickly the shirt. I actually can't show you everything again, because Vivienne Westwood, we got let me take this shirt to cover it up. Because with Vivienne, you always have to censor things. I mean, YouTube, you know. So, there you go. That's all you can see, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you have, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And share with me your love for vintage Chanel. If you have anything to say, if you have anything you would like to say. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what shades you're wearing or what shade they throw at you, don't ever give up on love, guys. Love ya. Bye.